Hello everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Cigar Etiquette Pro. Today we're gonna talk about the etiquette, the do and don't, and I will be reading from our website, Cigar Etiquette Pro, from the section Etiquette. You can find it online, it's continuously being updated. When we talk about Cigar Etiquette Pro, and the main idea of our group of our club is to emphasize on etiquette. So and when we talk about etiquette, we talk about the good and bad manners that we can do. We're not talking about, there is nothing called the Bible of cigar, let's say, or this is the only rules, these are the rules that you have to abide by. However, there are things that, based on previous experience of cigar aficionados, we were following, and we reach a point where we understand that there are some ways of respecting what we puff, as well as respecting ourselves, or what we call brother of the leaf. So Zino Davidoff, the founder of the Swiss luxury brand Davidoff, he was the pioneer in etiquette, especially in cigar etiquette. In 1967, he published an essay under the title Zino Davidoff's Guide to Cigar Etiquette. We remember as well his famous quote, "A cigar ought not to be smoked solely with the mouth, but with the hand, the eyes, and with the spirit." It's a personal experience. Every time you puff a cigar, it's a personal experience. So you always have to enjoy it. You will always enjoy it. His essay was mainly about the do and don't, arranged in a way to explain how a gentleman should behave while having a cigar. We cannot gather all the quotes and rules that each cigar lover can mention, but we have listed below just a few things, especially that we see more often being done in public places or in cigar lounges. By the way, Cigar Etiquette Pro will be more than happy to add to these points anything that you consider by your personal experience as a must, or something that we really need to emphasize on. So please check our contact section and send us an email, tell us about any point, and we'll be more than happy to add it with your name under it. So let's start with the do. Warm the foot of the cigar slightly before starting to puff on it. So as we mentioned before, that the cigar, you have to warm it a little bit. It's like you're trying to heat it before you start to puff it, and to puff in it as well, as we mentioned before. So you need to warm it, the cigar, on a 45 degrees with the light a little bit away from it. Consider you have a marshmallows, you don't want to burn it, you just need to warm it. That's what you have to do before you start lighting your cigar. Hold the cigar in your hand however it feels natural. However you feel you're enjoying it. 2 fingers, 1 finger, however you feel you're comfortable, just hold it. It's this time of the day where you're enjoying, you're relaxing, and you want to just enjoy what you're doing. When you're done, let your cigar die with dignity. This is not a cigarette. Don't try to squeeze the foot of the cigar to turn it off. Keep it in the ashtray. It will die with dignity. Keep your ashes in the bowl and off the furniture and the floor, especially when you are in a cigar lounge or visiting someone, because some people, I saw many houses where they accept puffing cigar inside the house. However, if you're there, make sure that you keep the ashes in the bowl and away off the furniture. We don't need the incident of burning a leather couch. Remove the band carefully after lighting the cigar, as far as the gum on the cigar bank is sufficiently warm to be removed with ease without harming your cigar. You don't need to, of course, you're not looking to unwrap your cigar. When you light your cigar and you start puffing it, slightly it will like squeeze a little bit, so the ring will be easily removable. On this case, I did not light it yet, and still it's easy to be removed. So if you see that it's easy, As soon as you light it, remove it. It's as we say, it's not a rule that we need to abide 100%, but these are the preferable points to follow. Lighting your cigar should be a personal experience every time. Enjoy it on your way. If you go online, you will see all type of different ways to light your cigar. At the end, this is your own experience. Follow the point where you feel you're more comfortable, where you enjoy doing it, and please follow it. Let's talk about the don't. Do not cut it off too much, especially if you're in any place and someone will say, oh, I forgot my cigar. Oh, wait, I'll cut my cigar. No, don't. Don't cut it in two, or don't cut it too much. There is a special place where you can cut your cigar on the cap, and we have another video on YouTube where we have given a small hint with the cutter how to exactly cut the necessary amount of the cap of your cigar. Do not smoke like a chimney. Nobody likes a greedy cigar smoker. Exactly. So you need to always to let your cigar take its time. You don't need to be a chimney smoking, and then when you finish your cigar you get another one. Take your time. If you're going to an event of 2 or 3 hours, don't get a small cigar, because you know it will be done and then you will have to light another one. Choose a longer cigar, and in parallel, to make sure that your cigar is not too hot from inside, you can always put your finger on a half an inch from the foot when it is turned on. If you feel that your fingers are so kind of burned, not burned, but you feel the heat of the cigar, it means your cigar is so warm from inside. You need to keep it a little bit relaxed, and then you can use it. Please do not dip your cigar in liquor, and it is weird doing it in public. There is a school where they will tell you we dip the cigar in the whiskey, in any liquor they are drinking. Please don't do it. It's not really nice seeing people doing it in public places. The next point is, do not lick the cap of your cigar before cutting it, especially if you are sharing a cutter with someone. I saw it many times. Some people will lick the cap and then they cut it, especially when you don't have your own cutter and you're using somebody's cutter. Don't. This is also things that by etiquette we don't do them. And the last point, and believe me, I saw that, do not lick the entire cigar. Seriously, just don't. Whoever created that online and said, oh, we lick the cigar to make it wet before lighting it, no, you don't. Your cigar is well preserved anytime it is in the humidor, so you don't need to do that. And anyway, the act by itself is not appropriate, so don't do it. Do not hold your cigar in your mouth or between your teeth, especially when you're talking as well. Do not act like a beggar. Bring your own cigar, cutter, and lighter. These are the cutter and the lighter. Every cigar smoker should have them. So don't act like a beggar. Can I have your cutter? Can I have your lighter? It's not appropriate. In parallel, Harry Hurt, a journalist and best-selling author, suggested 4 basic rules of cigar etiquette in an article he published in 2005 in the New York Times. First point, stick the indoor smoking only to cigar lounges. Point 2, don't chain smoke cigars, as we mentioned. You have to evaluate the time that you're spending in that event where you're going, and you get accordingly the necessary cigar to that event. Don't offend non-smokers with the smell of a cigar, especially from your clothes or other. And don't ask and don't tell if it's a Cuban cigar or not. This is something, especially when you're visiting a new lounge and you have people that are regular in that lounge and you're not. It's not appreciated to oh, you're having a Cuban, oh, this is not a Cuban, oh, mine is Cuban. Don't don't talk about that. It's not by etiquette. We shouldn't do that. At the end, as we mentioned before, cigar puffing is a time to enjoy. In fact, it's the most private time that you can experience, whether you're relaxing after a long day or watching the football. It's your moment in the day to relish in the tranquility of the cigar, really, and appreciate its aroma and flavor. So let the cigar be your focus and the center of attention, and not the show off. Exactly, and enjoy it every time. As we mentioned before, let it be a new and unique experience. So just do it as you like, however, by respecting the norms and the etiquette. Thank you for watching this video. Please like it, and don't forget, send us any etiquette or any point that you consider a necessity, and we will add it on our website with your name and location. Thank you very much.